We just got a new Green Mountain tailgater. This thing looks pretty nice. We're going to check it out. Open the box and you can see that it's packed real well. Got styrofoam packing everywhere. No damage to the unit itself. And these right here are the legs. I've never seen a unit with the legs like that before, and I really like that idea. One of the things I haven't liked about a tailgater in the past is you always have to find something to put it on. And this takes care of that problem. Right, this is what it looks like out of the box. Some assembly is going to be required. These are the legs. We're just going to put those down for now and open it up and look at the inside. And you can see all the little goodies we've got there, stuff packed on the lid. And actually I think that's just a handle turned around and protective wrapping. And then down inside we've got our grates and our shelves and stuff. So we'll pull it apart, check it out and see what we got going, and fire this thing up. This is what the unit looks like out of the box. Only thing we've done to it so far is to put the handle on it, reverse the handle on the lid, stand it on its legs. It's also got some smaller little spring feet that you can use if you don't want to use the big legs. I like that. One of the other features is a digital control. I haven't seen a tailgater before with such a nice control. And it's got a meat probe, believe it or not. Quick glance at the goodies inside. We'll open it up, check it out here in just a minute, but that's how it comes packed. Let's see what we got. It looks like they've really put a lot of thought into packaging this little grill, and I am real impressed with it. Check this out. You can plug this thing into your car. You can just hook it up to a 12-volt battery, or you can just plug it into a regular 110 house current. And those options all come with it. It's not something you have to buy extra. That makes this thing truly portable, and I think it'd be great for RVs, camping, tailgating, any place you want to go, picnics. Just too cool. Nice little book on how to use it. A one-page flyer, plastic line so it'll last, and you can use that. Drip bucket, a little bag of pellets to charge your fire pot when you first go to fire it up. And this here is your cooking grates and a side shelf. And then check these out. This is your drip pan, your grease pan, and it's got a slider on it for doing open sear. I've never seen anything like that in a tailgater either. And then your heat shield, and both of these are real heavy metal. So I think so far this looks like a pretty nice unit. And as far as putting things together, the only thing you've had to do is a smokestack, 3 screws there, bolts actually, a nice little damper on it. That'll go on the end of the grill right there, and the handle. And that's it. Let's put that thing together, put that smokestack on there, and let's fire this thing up and do a rack of ribs. This is a heat shield, and it's some real heavy metal. Nice job on it. And it goes in, has a couple little notches on the side there, where it just fits right in there. And Patty's going to go ahead and stick that in for us. Goes up against the wall by the hopper. Look at that. Beautiful. Now she's going to do the grease plate with the sear burner. Now, it comes apart in 2 pieces there. So put this one in first. This is a drip pan or the grease tray, and it's got holes in it, you know, for you can do your direct sear. And you see that little notch right here? That notch will go on the bolt there into the coming out of the hopper assembly. So it only goes in one way. This is a slider part of the drip pan, and you can see the holes here. This is where you're going to get your direct sear feature. Again, that's something I've never seen on such a small grill. I've only seen that on some of the big expensive guys. I think that's pretty slick. Patty's going to install that for us. Just sets right in there on those pins. Patty's putting in the grill grates. piece of cake. A convenient little side tray that just slides right into there. And then you can see the drip bucket. Pretty nice. Let's go fire this thing up. Most new grills, they say to burn them 45 minutes an hour, around 350 or so, to burn off any manufacturing oils, residues, etc., etc. So we're going to fire this thing up, let it burn for about 45 minutes, around 350. Let it cool. And after you turn the grill on, your controller is going to cycle the auger and the fan, and charge the auger and dump pellets into the firebox. And you want to let this thing go through its whole cycle before you try and adjust the temperature. And you'll know when it's ready. You can see the lights flashing on it now. Start smelling the pellets burn. And for the first few times that you use it, right here on the inside of the hopper lid, it's got the instructions on just how to go about it. It's really quite simple. Still going through the cycle, and you can hear the fan. It's got a variable speed fan. As it does different parts of the cycle, you can hear it change speeds. See the smoke starting to come out. Coming on right nicely. When the grill comes up to the ambient temperature, which means your outside temperature here, it's a nice winter day here in Southern California, 77 degrees. When it settles there, then you can go ahead and set your temperature for whatever it is you want to cook at. And as you can see, it's doing a nice job with the smoke right now, coming right along. So I'm going to set this thing at 350, and I'm going to let it go for about 45 minutes an hour. I let it run for an hour now to burn everything clean, all the manufacturing oils and stuff, and I've turned it off. You can see the control there. It says fan. When you turn it off, the control fan stays on just to blow the fire out in the ash to kind of help keep your fire pot clean. And when I fired this thing up, I had that big cloud of smoke, which is because of the way that I primed the fire pot by adding all those pellets in there with the auger tube being empty, which made a whole lot of smoke. And then the temperature came up, it ran high, it peaked, and then it settled back down to the 350 that I set it for. And just sat on that 350 for an hour and just burned nice as you please. So I'm going to turn it off here, let it cool off, and I'm going to start all over again and put some ribs on it. There it is after the cool down. When it's all cooled down, the display will say off. I don't know if you can read it there, but that's what it says, OFF. I'm going to fire it back up again and put some ribs on it. Not near as much smoke, and that's because I didn't pour pellets into the fire pot. So it had that huge amount of pellets there to light all at the same time. The auger's doing its thing, going through its cycle. This is the way it should be, a normal fire up. Ribs are coming along real nice. I just sauced them and put some tomatoes on, and with some cheese on top of those, some little Lodge cast iron pans. And we'll let those cook and suck up some more, and sauce thicken up a little bit, char up some. We'll go from there. Looking good, smelling great, looking good. Let's eat. The Green Mountain Davy Crockett Tailgater. Good to go.